While home education offers numerous benefits, it is not without its challenges. For many families, embarking on this journey requires careful planning, dedication, and a willingness to adapt to the unique demands of this educational path. Understanding these challenges is key to navigating them successfully. One of the most significant challenges is the time commitment. Home education often requires parents or caregivers to take on the dual role of teacher and facilitator, which can be both rewarding and demanding. Balancing the responsibilities of planning lessons, teaching and assessing progress with other commitments can feel overwhelming at times, especially for families juggling work or caring for multiple children. Financial considerations can also play a role. Unlike traditional schooling, which may be publicly funded or subsidized, home education often involves direct costs. These can include purchasing resources, such as books, equipment, or subscriptions, as well as expenses related to extracurricular activities or specialized tutoring. For some families, this financial burden can be a limiting factor. Socialization is another area that requires thoughtful attention. While home-educated children often have rich social opportunities, parents must actively seek out group activities, playdates, or cooperative learning experiences to ensure their children develop social skills and build friendships. Without these efforts, there is a risk of children feeling isolated, particularly in areas with fewer home-educating families or resources. The need for self-discipline and motivation is another challenge, both for parents and children. Unlike traditional schooling, where routines and expectations are externally imposed, home education relies on the family to establish structure and maintain consistency. For some, staying organized and motivated over the long term can be a struggle. Meeting educational standards and ensuring academic progress is another area of concern. While home education allows for flexibility and creativity, it also requires parents to ensure their child is acquiring the necessary knowledge and skills for their age and stage. This responsibility can feel daunting, especially for parents who are not confident in certain subjects or who worry about meeting local regulations and requirements. The lack of immediate access to specialist support is another potential challenge. In traditional schools, children can often access trained professionals, such as special educational needs coordinators or counselors. Home educating families may need to seek out and fund these services independently, which can add to the complexity of their educational journey. Additionally, there is the challenge of public perception. Despite growing acceptance, home education is still met with skepticism by some. Families may face questions or criticisms from friends, relatives, or even strangers, which can feel discouraging or isolating. Parents may also feel the weight of the responsibility they bear. The pressure to get it right can be significant, and moments of self-doubt are common. It's important to remember that no educational approach is without its flaws, and home education, like any path, involves learning and growth for both parents and children. Finally, there is the challenge of transition. For families who choose to reintegrate their children into traditional schooling or prepare them for higher education, ensuring a smooth transition can require careful planning. This might involve aligning with curriculums, preparing for standardized exams, or addressing gaps in knowledge. Despite these challenges, many families find that the rewards of home education far outweigh the difficulties. With determination, resourcefulness, and the support of a growing community of home educators, these obstacles can often be overcome. The journey may not always be easy, but for those who embrace it, the experience is often deeply fulfilling and transformative.